showing you some activities that you can do at home that are based on communication. But before I do this, I just wanted to explain a little bit about what communication is and how we teach communication in schools. So, you've got receptive and you've got expressive communication. Your receptive communication is your level of understanding, so what you can understand and take in. And your expressive is obviously how you communicate back. So some children are verbal, some use symbols, some sign, some use photographs. It just depends at what level you understand and therefore can express. Often you find in children with special needs or learning difficulties, their receptive and expressive can be at completely different levels. So they might understand absolutely everything that is going on and everything that you say and complex sentences, but on the other hand could be non-verbal and actually not be able to communicate using the voice. So you'd have your receptive up here and your expressive down here. Sometimes we do find that it's the other way around, and actually a child's understanding of what's happening, what's going on, and language that's used is really low, but expressively they might be really verbal and really chatty, and they just learn to cope by using like word association. So you could use a really big sentence, oh, did you go to the zoo and what animals did you see? Was it really sunny? And they might just hear the word animals or sun, and then they think of a word to say back. So expressively they might just go, yes, sunny, I wore a hat, or something like that. So actually you think they've understood what you've said, but really they're using word association and just giving you a response that they think is appropriate. So next, I'm just going to explain a little bit about how language develops and where it actually starts. So we're trying to reduce the gap in the difference between the receptive and the expressive so that a child is understanding and expressively communicating on a level that is equal or at the level that they can and are able to do. Now, I might be able to say to my 8-year-old daughter, go and get 6 knives and forks and 6 cups and 4 plates, and she would be able to do that. If I said that to my 3-year-old, it would be a very different story and we have a lot of chaos because he's not receptively up to that level of understanding. Now, before you even get to language, before you even get to speaking, to talking, to sound even, we're going to start from the very beginning. And that will always be real world objects. So this is a Jaffa cake. The word Jaffa cake at this point is completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter what it's called, you might not understand that. But this here is the really delicious piece of chocolatey heaven that you put in your mouth and you eat. And that's where a baby starts to learn. So some children with special needs or learning difficulties might never get past the real world object stage. So they might always need to understand things by you showing them the real life objects. Do you want a Jaffa cake or do you want to play? And then they might be able to eye gaze, point, verbally express which one they want to do. But you've always got to hit their receptive understanding by showing them the real life object. Then we move on to a photo. So this is a Jaffa cake. It's obviously not a Jaffa cake, it's a piece of paper with a picture on it. But if you can then teach your child, excuse my nails, those are ridiculous. If you can then teach your child that this photograph represents this delicious yummy piece of chocolate heaven that they can put in their mouth, you can then give them an expressive means of communication. Give them a book of photographs, give them a book of photos of their favourite things, and then they can choose and give you the photo of the thing that they want. And then moving on from photos, it just goes into symbols, drawings like a cartoon picture, anything else, that's a Jaffa cake. It doesn't look like a Jaffa cake, does it? But if I teach you that this here means Jaffa cake, and if I give you this here, I'm going to get this here, I'm going to give you an awful lot of these. So use something motivating to start with. Find your child's favourite thing and then see what level do they understand. Do they know what this is? Do they know what this is? Do they know that this? And even, do they know that this? I'm not sure if that's backwards, if it is, sorry. But it says Jaffa cake. So if some children even get to this level, but you've got to find, that's delicious, what level your child understands at for them to be able to then expressively communicate with you. So before we even get to the word Jaffa cake, you've got loads of different levels to try. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks it'll make a little bit more sense with the activities that I can show you that you try from home. So thanks for listening if you made it this far. See you soon.